going to like his new receiving group. According to Bleacher Report, the Buccaneers' Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are the top receiving duo in the NFL. Shannon, how much better will they make Brady than he was last season?
Well, I expect them to help Tom a lot, Skip. They're big body guys. They can make tough, contested catches where he had small receivers and he had to fit it in. Tom doesn't have to be perfect now, and I think that helps a lot. Skip, as we get older, we need more help. It's just as simple as that. And that doesn't take away from Tom's greatness or what he's accomplished in the past. But as we get older and we are still in sports, we need more help. And so I think these guys they will help Tom more than Tom will help them. See, this notion that, for all the other receivers, Tom Brady, people want you to believe that Tom Brady made Randy Moss. Randy Moss was a made man before he set one foot in New England. He was the freak. He was mossing people long before Tom Brady even got into the NFL. You know that, I know that. And we might not ever see a receiver that have 17 touchdown receptions in a rookie season. That's what Randy Moss put up in a rookie season. So I think Godwin and Mike Evans and all these guys, Skip, the tight ends crew with Gronk and Braid and O.J. Howard, they will help huge for Tom because Tom now does not have to be perfect. He's not throwing to 5'8", 5'9", 6-foot receivers. Those guys are 6'5", 6'2", 6'6", that can make tough, huge catch radius and will help Tom Brady immensely. This is what Tom needed. Great weather, great receiving core. This should help him a lot.
By the way, nobody ever said that Tom Brady made Randy Moss. Obviously, you're right. Randy was all the way a made man in Minnesota. He had one bad year where he basically quit on the Oakland Raiders, which is how Bill Belichick was able to steal him. But Randy and Tom made each other. They made each other record setters in 2007.
Correct.
So let's stop it with that notion because nobody started that narrative except you to make it an anti-Brady narrative. And it's bogus and phony, and you know it. Okay, now, Tom Brady just went from the worst receiving core and a below-average offensive line in New England to an embarrassment of riches in Tampa. Nobody in the history of quarterbacking has spread the wealth better than Tom Brady. Nobody can get more receivers involved in any single one game than Tom Brady has, where he'll get 9 or 10 receivers involved. Now he has 9 or 10 worth involving, worthy of being a few catches, 5, 6, 7 catches in any one game. And he will do just that. So what I loved about the story we're referring to is because the Bucs went 7-9 last year, Shannon, I lost touch with just how great Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were and have been. Do you realize, speaking of Randy Moss, only one other receiver in the history of this league in his first 5 years in the league has gone over 1,000 yards receiving. That's Mike Evans. He tied Randy Moss at 5 last year. If he goes to 6 this year, which he's got a good shot at doing now that he's got the GOAT thrown to him, that would make him the all-timer with 6 straight right out of the gate 1,000-yard receiving seasons. And then if you look at Chris Godwin's numbers, you look hard at his numbers last year, he was the most productive receiver per play, per target in the NFL. I mean, I look at Michael Thomas's numbers. Yeah, he caught 149 balls, but he got 185 thrown to him. Quietly in Tampa, a guy made the Pro Bowl named Chris Godwin, and he caught only 86 balls, but on only 121 targets. So Michael Thomas got 185. Chris Godwin got 64 fewer passes thrown to him, yet he wound up 3rd in the league in yards caught passing, just in overall passing yards, receiving yards, was Chris Godwin with 1,333. That's because he averaged 15.5 a catch to Michael Thomas's 11.6. Wow, that's 4 yards a catch more for the unknown, unsung Chris Godwin in Tampa. So all of a sudden, you got those two guys doing not good things, but great things on the outside. I told you, you've got little Scotty Miller, who's just a rookie out of Bowling Green last year. He caught 13 balls. Watch, that will triple this year because he has supreme short area quickness. He'll be the Edelman Amendola out of the slot. Then you add Gronk to O.J. Howard, who will come out of the doghouse thanks to Tom Brady, and Cameron Brate, who's a great red zone target. And who's the best screen pass thrower in pro football? It's Tom Brady. So all of a sudden, wait a second, watch Ronald Jones start catching screens, but watch my little big man out of Vanderbilt, Keyshawn Vaughn, stole him in the 3rd round of this draft. Watch Keyshawn Vaughn catch screen passes from Tom Brady. Watch him turn into James White. Weapons everywhere, and watch Tom Brady turn back into Tom Brady. Watch Shannon Sharp every Monday on Undisputed, 9:30 Eastern. Watch the horror on his face as he has to eat a whole nother big plate of fried crow thanks to Tampa Bay Tom Brady.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? When Chris Godwin, who finished 3rd in receiving yards on such few catches, averaged over 13 yards a catch, what does that mean? He's catching a lot of what? In order for him to have that high receiving average, what must Tom Brady be willing to do? Look down the barrel, stand there and take a few of them right to the chops. Is he going to be able to do that? Is he going to be willing? We saw over the last couple of years him starting to flinch more. They mentioned in Pro Football Focus, they mentioned it in the other publications that he was starting to flinch, Skip. You won't mention that. But I think we need to give Jameis more credit. Jameis is a little more athletic than we give him credit for. Now, he reminds you, I think it was a perfect situation, Skip, because his offensive coordinator, that's who he reminded me of, Byron Leftwich. They had the same kind of mobility, had kind of like the same extended throwing motion, but Jameis could get out of harm's way and throw the ball over people's head. So we didn't give him nearly enough credit for doing that. The question is, it remains, is Tom Brady willing and able to take a few of those big shots a game? That is the question, Skip. He has the talent that can make those plays. More talent than he's had in a very, very long time. I can see that. But the question is he willing to take those shots, to stand in there, and to push the ball down the field?
The answer is no, because he will not have to. He will get rid of the ball much quicker than Jameis did. I remind you, Jameis turned the ball over 35 times last year. That's 12 more times than any other quarterback in the league. Tom Brady turned it over a grand total of 9 times for a pretty sorry New England offense featuring no supporting cast and a below-average offensive line. 35
That's what they were saying, Skip.
You don't think, wait a second.
Coach Belichick said, Coach Belichick said, we could have got better play out of my quarterback. We might have had the #1 seed. That's what Coach Belichick was thinking. You thinking about his sorry supporting cast. Coach Belichick said, what about my sorry lead actor? Huh? That what Coach Belichick said. That's what he think. I don't know. That's what he said, though.
Well, what I say is, did you notice who the Bucs traded up for and nabbed or stole at number 13 in the first round?
Yeah, they got Tristan Wirfs
out of Iowa. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. So he plugs right in at right tackle, and all of a sudden you shore up the offensive line. It's going to be a little better than what he had to work with and hide behind last year in New England. You are in big trouble, my friend.
But Skip, to maximize, Skip, that's like if you buy a big house, if you're not entertaining, if you buy a 30,000 square foot house and you're not entertaining, you lose the value really of the house. Why would somebody, just 2 people that don't entertain, need a house that size? If Tom Brady is not going to take advantage of what he has with Evans and Godwin, which is can push the ball down the field, that can make tough contested catches down the field, what's the benefit of him dinking and dunking like he did in New England?
When he has it, he will throw it. Just watch and weep.
Oh, I'm so excited to watch him back in action. I'm just looking forward to it. We're going to go in a different direction, guys.